I had always heard the stories, but I never believed them. Wendigos were just myths, tales told to scare children around campfires. But that night, deep in the woods, I discovered how real those stories could be. It was late, probably past midnight, and the forest was eerily silent. I had been hiking all day, and my campfire was the only source of light and warmth. The moon barely pierced through the thick canopy above. As I settled into my sleeping bag, a chill ran down my spine, and I felt an unsettling presence. At first, it was just a faint rustling in the bushes, the kind that makes you question if you actually heard it. Then I heard the crack of a twig snapping. My heart raced as I sat up, trying to peer through the darkness. The firelight flickered, casting long shadows that seemed to dance and shift in the gloom. That's when I saw it. A pair of glowing eyes staring at me from the edge of the clearing. They were unnaturally bright, a sickly yellow that sent waves of dread coursing through my body. I tried to convince myself it was just an animal, maybe a deer or a raccoon. But those eyes, they were too high off the ground. The creature stepped forward, and my breath caught in my throat. It was tall, impossibly so, with a gaunt, emaciated frame. Its skin was stretched tightly over its bones, almost translucent in the firelight. I could see its ribs, and its fingers ended in long, sharp claws. But what struck me the most was its face, or rather, the lack of one. It had the skull of a deer, but its eyes were human, full of hunger and malice. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. All I could do was stare as it took another step closer. The air grew colder, and the stench of decay filled my nostrils. The Wendigo opened its mouth, revealing rows of jagged teeth, and let out a low, guttural growl that resonated in my bones. Instinct finally kicked in, and I scrambled to my feet, grabbing the nearest piece of burning wood from the fire. I waved it frantically, hoping to scare the creature away. For a moment, it hesitated, its eyes flickering between the fire and me. Then, with a speed that defied its skeletal frame, it lunged. I swung the torch wildly, the flames licking at the Wendigo's skin. It let out a bone-chilling scream, a sound that echoed through the forest and seemed to vibrate in the very marrow of my bones. The creature recoiled, retreating back into the shadows, its eyes never leaving mine. I didn't sleep that night. I kept the fire burning bright and my torch close at hand, every snap of a twig and rustle of leaves sending waves of terror through me. When the first light of dawn finally broke through the trees, I packed up my camp and ran, never looking back. To this day, I can still see those eyes, feel that cold, and smell that putrid stench. The stories were true, and I had come face to face with the Wendigo. And I knew, deep down, that it was still out there, waiting, watching.
If you like this story, please like and subscribe. Thank you.